Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Johnisdead timeline. This video is a re-edit of episode 12, as I felt the previous one was too unfinished for my taste. Please enjoy this re-edited episode. In the last episode, the Harbingers learned that Tyler had been abducted by the Lunar Children, and was being taken to the Ohio Spire to be used in an ascension ritual. With the help of Drowned, the Harbingers were able to access the password to the Lunar Children website. With access once again, users were able to see new posts on the Lunar Children blog. Matt announced that Liquid Saint, who is SKM in disguise, would soon be visiting the Spire. This would have been the first time Liquid Saint had been seen in person among the cult. Another post by Matt indicated that he was speaking to Tenebris, and this was what led to the Lunar Children stealing the Ocarina powers from the Harbingers. Though this ended up being a good thing for the Lunar Children, Matt was punished for speaking to Tenebris alone. Because of his actions, Matt would be unable to attend the banquet welcoming Liquid Saint. There is also a post by Liquid Saint speaking about Brother Daniel, the mask figure in the video I Am Not Safe in My Home. It appears that Daniel is missing and it is forbidden to speak about it. For the first time, users were able to access the Lunar Children forums. These message boards had a large number of users and posts, meaning the Harbingers had a lot of information to sort through. Among the user accounts were some familiar faces, as well as quite a bit of new Lunar Children. Of the new Lunar Children, 3 will be highlighted in today's video for the sake of immediate story progression. Hina616 introduced herself as a fairly new member of the Lunar Children. She apparently had a recent fallout with her now ex-boyfriend who broke up with her over her cult involvement. At one point she requests a copy of the Libro Lunaris, but was denied as the book is a very well protected relic. In her last post, she states that she had secretly traveled to the fishery and found a necklace there, which looks exactly like the one worn by Tyler. Ezekiel reprimands her for having the necklace and demands that she returns it. It's assumed that she did so. Jirilo333 was another user on the Lunar Children forums. He would often tell other cult members information that the Elder Children did not want them to hear. Jirilo had a son named Hunter who was also a part of the Lunar Children. Jirilo praised his son on the forums, and the Elder Children saw great promise in him as well. Through various posts from Jirilo throughout the forum, the Harbingers learned much about the origins of the Lunar Children after the split with the Moon Children cult. It's unknown exactly when Jirilo joined the Moon Children, only that it was sometime in the 1990s. Jirilo says he met his wife in the Moon Children, who later gave birth to his son, Hunter. Users also learn about Patrim's origins. Once a man named Hank, who was later known by his Moon Children name, Kelbris. Hank began teaching his own visions which sparked a movement, as Hank's words managed to inspire various members of the cult. Hank then split from the Moon Children and formed the Lunar Children, causing Jirilo to follow. We later learned that Hank was killed by his adopted son Ifrit. Afterwards, becoming the entity known as Patrim. Many of Jirilo's posts were reprimanded by Elder Children on the forums. It became clear that Jirilo had spoken too much, and needed to be silenced. Users found an interaction between Hunter and Ezekiel on his graduating to the rank of Elder. It involves silencing someone close to him, and that will show his true family who he is allied with. As users scoured the website and forum for new information, time was closing in on the Harbingers. Something catastrophic was about to happen to the forums. John's Skype account, who we knew was being used by Tenebris, started a video call on Skype displaying a timer counting down from 30 minutes. The word, "hurry," was displayed. Once the timer on the screen hit 0, the forums were purged. All of the posts were deleted, and the only board available to was the gift, with the thread titled Controller. This was the same board that Ezekiel and Matt were seen playing the Bolero of Fire and the Song of Storms. The only thing left on the forum was the Ocarina Powers, and it seemed the Harbingers were the only ones able to access it. On the main blog of the Lunar Children website, Liquid Saint made an apology for the forum purge. He explained that the reason for the purge was due to an influx of troll accounts. The Lunar Children must have noticed the Harbingers who had created new accounts. After the purge, users noticed that Hunter was now listed as one of the admins of the forums, meaning that he must have undertaken his task to become an elder member. Back on the Johnisdead website, a link to a chat room appeared and users were able to speak with SKM. He told the Harbingers that his forum purge was to allow them to finally claim their Ocarina Powers back. However, the Harbingers would need to act fast in order to save Tyler from the Ascension ritual on Undecim Nocte. To test the method, users played the New Wave Bossa Nova in the controller thread, to possibly interact with a spirit guide. They were promptly answered with a new post on the forum from Jirilo. After being lost in a limbo, Jirilo comes to terms with the fact that he was killed by his own son, and warns that Tyler was in grave danger unless we used our powers to save him. With a renewed confidence that their powers were restored, the Harbingers played the Song of Soaring with the intention of sending Tyler far away from danger. In the next episode we'll see the results of the Ocarina Powers and what plans are next for Tyler. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more updates to the Johnisdead timeline. See you in the next video.